one of the how do I call it? Should I use the word dubious? Because people now see dating as a means to be knocking random partners. And a lot of people are braggadocious about this.
Hello, amazing viewers of the Whole TV. It is beautiful to have you on the podcast yet again, your very own The Gists with King Jason, your number one podcast dedicated to uncovering the essence of today's words. And trust me, today we have an amazing topic we're going to be talking about that pertains to virtually everyone who probably will be staring at their screen at this moment. And with me in the studio, I have two amazing personalities. Both of them happen to be very important persons I've known for a while, and they're going to be deeply into the conversation, and they are the best persons to have on this conversation today. With me, I have Mr. Uyistan, who is an actor, a prominent actor who has starred in movies like The Prison of Kalakiri and The Streets Are Wise. And also I have one of the beautiful ladies with me in the house tonight, no other than Pamela, who is also in the business space and also an advocate for the girl child. And the topic we're going to be talking about today is the perspective of dating in this era. Now, everybody who is watching me right now must definitely be in a relationship or probably has been in a relationship at a point in time. And we're going to be discussing various aspects of dating in this era, what it entails, the positive and the negative aspect, and how much of difference we have in the dating field or the relationship field now than what it used to be back in the days. Without waste of time, I'd like to throw my first question to the house. What's your perspective to dating? I'd like to start with Pamela.
People will say there is a difference between dating and being in a relationship, right?
Okay.
Well, for me, dating is it's simply like, okay, like a man, a girl and a guy, yeah, coming together, agreeing on, okay, having like a discussion or like an agreement that you want to, have a relationship. Let's say, like, well, is that really like a procedure or something for dating? Because relationship and dating, like, for example, a man can just come up to me and say, I like you, right? And can we go on a date? Can we have a date? And we go out, sit down, have like a nice, evening, sit down, talk, and share ideas or whatever it is. I will not really say that it's like from there you are dating, because just like we went on a date. So like dating is when you have come to like an agreement, like I like you, you like me, and let's go. Let's see how we can be a thing. That's what I would say dating is.
That's your perspective.
Yes, about dating. Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful.
Then I think relationship now, it's now I think it now entails everything. Like, I want us to be a thing, and I want us to, have like an understanding together and come together as one, like defining it now. I think that's what it is. So for me, dating is coming together and being a thing, and relationship is more like elaborating on it. So that's what I
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you for your opinion. Over to Mr. Uyi. What's your perspective on dating?
Oh, well, my perspective of dating. Thank you for the opportunity of being on the show. Okay. My perspective of dating, well, when it comes to dating is not for everybody. Dating was not meant for everybody. And I think you can date anybody if you want to.
So does it mean not everybody is entitled to date? Is that what you mean by that?
Of course. So what people call dating. Some people call it courting. I don't know if you understand. So I think dating is it that was or is a thing that happened before you proceed to a relationship. When I come across a beautiful girl like this, Pamela,
Obviously.
you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you on the show. If I come across a beautiful girl like this, probably I like this girl. Okay, I want to see her again.
Mhm.
Then I walk up to you, ask for your contact, to call you up another time. Maybe we went somewhere, we're talking. I think dating has started. You get it?
Mhm.
Maybe I still want to see you again. I've asked you out for 3 or 4 times to a place where we'll sit down, talk, share ideas. Then I call it here. You say, bro, I like you. You understand? So the moment you agree to become a partner with me, I think that is when a courting or relationship begins. You understand? Because that is why people get more. The relationship required more sacrifice than dating.
And just dating.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
So
Yes.
it's okay to say dating
It's
is
just
far,
the process.
far way further from relationship.
Of course.
So it's the
We should-
process to getting
Yeah, into
Of
a
course.
relationship. That's
Of
the right.
course.
So that's the word I was looking
Then the
for.
relationship should be a pre-marriage.
more like cotton.
Yes, relationship is it that was before
Before you go to
enter
the altar.
marriage.
Exactly.
If you just marry out of the blues like that, or you're for you, bro.
All right. Now, owing to your various perspectives, what's the misconception to dating or relationship in this era that you have observed?
Okay. Let me just pick it from there. One of the how do I call it? Should I use the word dubious? Because people now see dating as a means to be knocking random partners. And a lot of people are braggadocious about this. You know?
Yeah.
You see guys coming to tell their friends. They mention girls for their friends, say, I don't run this one, I don't run this one, I don't run this one, I don't run this one.
That's fine.
The same thing with girls, you understand? But I think in an African society, we actually do not have a place for that, you understand? So we should not indulge, we should not hide under dating too. If you want to be a playboy, just make yourself open that you want to be a playboy, you understand? If you want to be a Nakademus or the Naka, anywhere you go, just let it be known, because you will still find your like.
Definitely.
You will still find your like from the opposite side that also want to be
Someone
naked.
who also wants that.
Yes, they
That's
don't need any
the
commitment. They are there. You will find, you understand? You will always attract the kind of person you are. And you get it. So let us define ourselves.
Whatever it is we're getting
Whatever
into.
it is, so that we don't hurt people's children.
Yeah, that's
It's the people's
because
children for
no,
me.
honestly, because the way the things are really going right now, I feel like people don't want to be accountable anymore, and that's why you have a lot of people just wanting to just flirt around, and they tell you they're in a relationship, because how will you be in a relationship, yeah, and then you still go out and still do your thing, like you're I feel like relationship, it shows that you are already accountable to somebody,
Yeah.
right? So you are not just on your own anymore. You're not single. You're already like you have somebody in your life.
Yeah.
Therefore, you should not act as if you have like when you were single. So people don't really want to take they don't want to be responsible for their actions anymore. People just want to live their life, do whatever it is, and they don't care. And it's quite, pathetic that it's like that, especially this our generation. At least we know back then in our mothers, like with our mothers and our fathers, there was, we at least they were fair enough to, when they are, meet themselves, they get down to go meet their parents and then get married, and that's why you have us today.
Which
but
we
like,
still do, though.
yes, but no, but I mean, this our generation. It's like young, not just for the guys alone, but girls. Like, you hear a lot of people say, "I'm really not like interested in this marriage thing." Some people even tell you that marriage is they are scared of getting married.
Don't you think that's because of the narrative that's being pushed.
That's what I'm saying. And because of what also has been going on, honestly, let's be very frank, because they're quite a lot of people in a relationship, right? And you are in a relationship and you still have lots of girls, guys that you are, cheating with. And some people, when you say cheating,
Sorry,
they
what?
feel, yes,
yeah.
that's what I want to break.
Yes.
When you say cheating, they think it's only when you have sex, that's cheating. But I always say this: once you begin to give the attention that you give to your partner, who is your boyfriend or your girlfriend, to someone else,
that's cheating.
having to talk some personal things that you talk with your partner, you talk, not just normal talks, go deep, talking about whatever it is, but you're deep in that talk conversation with someone else. That's where cheating starts. It's just about going to the having sex.
Sorry, I don't know. Let me chip in something here.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, an African man don't cheat. Do you understand? An African man doesn't cheat, because cheating. Who defines cheating? Where did the word cheating come from? Who said having multiple women is cheating from an African
So
man?
if it is not cheating, then what may be?
Well, what I consider as a cheating from a man, it's when a married man is failing to meet up his responsibility as a man to the family. You understand? That is what I call cheating. But saying that a man is having another partner elsewhere, affair elsewhere, while still being responsible to the family, is cheating. I don't call that cheating.
So let's be very careful not to delve into marriage.
Hold on.
We're actually talking about dating and relationships.
Yeah, we are.
Let's be confined. Yes, you can't.
You cannot separate marriage from
you
dating.
Can't.
Because dating, marriage is like the... Okay, let's say
aftermath.
Dating is the secondary school, relationship is the university, marriage is the master's and the PhD. So yeah,
definitely. Even in marriage, there are lots to learn. Now we have another podcast entirely for marriage. But basically, what was streamlining our topic today is basically relationships and dating. So let's streamline our conversations to that.
So I want to point out something from what
I was going to also counter one of your statements when you said when you're dating or in a relationship with someone, it means you don't have to share your attention and then I was going to ask the question, So the fact that you are dating, does that mean that you have to be confined to one person and not give hearing or give opportunities to other persons?
Now, like we already defined, we said dating, we said relationship. You said dating is a process, relationship already is like you're already in it. Now, you are in a relationship, which I pointed. I said relationship, right?
Okay.
It's already defined that you are my boyfriend. He is your, you
are my girlfriend.
Yes. So I said, and I still say it, and I'm going to buttress my point. I said, cheating is not just when you go have sex outside with someone else. The moment you give the attention that you are supposed to give solely to your partner, you've already started cheating. And why do I say that? Now, I am in a relationship, and before we got into the relationship, there were some, we talked about what we want and what we don't want, right? Because you can't just say you are dating in the process, you just go into a relationship. I don't know how people go into a relationship these days, but for me, it's deeper, I have to talk, I have to converse, I'm not saying it's going to be all perfect, right? Because we are two different people with two different opinions from two different background and family. So we definitely will not always come to an agreement, right? So that's why it's important now for understanding. Now, before we get into that relationship, we already have like a discussion and say, okay, like maybe as a man, you don't like, maybe you could tell your woman that I don't really like late night outing. There are men like that don't like out, like, so late.
Yeah,
outing.
definitely.
I already know that about you. Probably that's what you want, right? Now, you are not forcing me. Now, we have to talk it out. And maybe as a woman, I say, I really don't like this, like as a man, like, okay, I don't like a man like smoking so much or, in the house. So we could, now I'm giving you an instance and I will talk about it. Nobody's forcing me. It's my decision. If I could cope with that, we have to come to an agreement and say, okay, babe, see, you don't like late outing. I like to go out in the night. So this is it. When you want to go out,
So you
should
come to an
always know
understanding.
exactly, an understanding that
A point
this
of
is-
understanding.
Exactly. Nobody's forcing each other. So it depends on if I want that for myself. If I can cope with it, fine. We'll go into the relationship. You understand? That's my own definition, like how a relationship should be. In as much as you be like, there's no protocol, there's no rules, but it's also good that it should be defined, because that's what people lack in relationship. And people be like, oh, I'm in a relationship because you just met a girl today or a guy today, and then you guys went out on a date for 1 or 2 times, and then boom, I'm in a relationship. It's more to that.
Okay, Pamela, thank you. Let me come in here. We're talking about relationship, yet not marriage.
Not
Yes,
marriage,
yes.
yes.
So any relationship that my partner will have to tell me I shouldn't keep late night.
We'll give you rules.
Bro, I'm walking out of that relationship.
That's why I'm saying that it's
There
like
has to be an understanding. There
agreement.
has to be an agreement.
So
Yeah?
we never will reach that stage.
Hold on. You they talk say relationship is the process. You said is the process of marriage. First of all, I always ask myself, why do people go into a relationship? Do you know that there are some people that be in a relationship, they don't know why they're in a relationship.
Some people just go into relationships probably because they don't want to be lonely.
God bless you.
Nobody should be known.
A lot of people go into relationships because they just want to have fun.
Fine. That's what we are saying. Now, the
So it's
motive
either one
behind
of both,
things.
yes.
Exactly. Now, what I'm trying to say is that
The
your
motive
own-
must be defined.
Exactly.
That's what she's saying.
me. For me.
For you.
Relationship wise, I feel like you should define. And that is why a lot of people get hurt, because you don't define things. I love to define my relationship. Even just generally, it's not just about dating right now. You get, like, generally in life. If this is your friend, let it be your friend. Some people mix friendship, acquaintance, and just normal, people you meet. You understand? You just meet a person and you say, this is my friend. Like, there's more to it. You don't know this person. Like, I love to define my relationship.
Yeah.
This is my business partner. There's nothing attached. No strings. This is my friend. Everybody know your position. That's where respect comes. It's not about you being so having so many protocol. I feel like when people define things, it makes life easier for both of us to know where we stand. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to come in is that for me, I feel like relationships should be defined. Fact, like it should be defined, because people just go into relationship without any motive. Some people just want to, like you said, have fun. Some people just want to live their lonely life. Just want to be like, some just want to answer that, oh, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Some want to be like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Some is just to, show off. So, but what is the reason? Whatever it is that is behind the motive, it should be defined. That's my own drive. I don't care whatever it is you are going into that relationship for, but for me, it should be defined. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
So,
if I may ask you, your current relationship right now, what is your motive?
The first question
Actually,
is she in a relationship?
that's what I want to say. I'm actually not in a relationship currently, right?
So you are not in a relationship.
No, hold on.
and you
No, hold
are-
on. I have been. Doesn't mean I am
Okay,
not currently,
okay, no,
but I
Doesn't
have
mean you
been.
haven't been.
Okay,
Exactly.
currently you are not in a relationship.
Exactly. I am
And
not
you're
in a
also
relationship.
describing how a relationship
Because
should-
I have been there before, and when it wasn't defined, I
had
understood. Yes.
Okay.
And because it wasn't defined, I knew when it was over, I got to understand that the reason
It's
why.
because it was not defined.
Yes, it wasn't defined. I
Okay.
didn't define
You
it.
did not define it.
Yes, it was, I was just in a relationship.
Okay, let me ask. Let me ask. You think the reason why the previous one didn't work, or why it broke down at some point, is because you didn't actually define it?
That is what I am.
But do you think you have the capacity to ever define a relationship?
Why
As a
wouldn't I
lady?
have?
As
Why
a
wouldn't I
lady?
have the capacity to define a relationship
Okay.
that I'm in?
Now, yes, you have standards that you've set for yourself now. Okay,
Mhm.
let's say going into the next relationship now, a guy walk up to you. Maybe you are a beautiful girl. As at today, I know that there are several guys that are on your
Most
case.
definitely.
Most definitely. You understand? Then you will call scarred. Maybe Uche not qualify, Jason not qualify. Then you will come finally say, okay, make her try this one. Then you can't sit that one down. Can't give her all this one where you don't talk. So say you define this, you define that. Do you even know if that person is ready for your kind of
This is what I'm trying to say. Let me ask you a question. You define the kind of job you want, don't you?
Not in Nigeria anymore. People just do.
Okay, so what you're trying to say that right now you could just go and do a factory job.
Of course, if what used to give me money is not coming and I have to feed, bro, I don't have to define any job.
Okay, let's come back.
Do any job and get money.
Let's come back to our conversation.
If I have to do that to get money, if that's the easiest way for me to get money.
See, I'm a realist. And it's not about whatever it is. You're just saying it because you feel like that is what it is. Let me be very honest with you. There are stages in life you have gotten to, right? And then it's not about being proud or whatever it is, but there are certain things you cannot do. And I'll put it to your face that there are certain things you cannot do.
And we know that what God cannot do does not.
No, it's not about what God cannot do does not. It's be realistic to yourself.
Okay, let's
market and go and be pushing truck for 500 naira.
Let's come back to this next question right about now. Just owing to the argument. Now, in dating a relationship in this current era, do not forget that we are referring to dating a relationship in this current era.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in relationship, is there supposed to be equality in relationship? What I mean is both parties, both the male and the female, is there supposed to be an equal edge or an equal right for both parties in the relationship in this current era?
Were you talking?
Okay. No, you come first.
Yeah, because so that you could attack me. I'm not scared of it. When you were talking about equality, now, when women tend to, air their mind, just like I'm talking about defining relationship, and he's trying to tell me, I'll sit down telling this one, defining my relationship and all of that. Now, it's sometimes I feel like people get aggravated. I don't want to generalize men, but most men get aggravated when a woman knows what she wants. I've noticed it. And I will say that, like, they hate it when you are not vulnerable. When you know what you want, when you know your take, when you know who you are. They feel like,
I disagree.
Hold on. I said, I'm not generalizing. Yeah. I said most. I didn't say all men.
I disagree.
Most men, you say what you have.
We hear your view.
And I'll tell you why I said that. They hate it when a woman is not vulnerable. They hate it when they cannot manipulate you and, see, like, project themselves in you, what they want you to be. And when you know what you want, and then you begin to, like, you know what you want and you know where you're headed to, they make you look like, it now comes out to the tag of her being a feminist, trying to equate herself with a man. And I ask myself, why do you think that what is good for you as a man, I don't deserve it as a woman? Because we are all human beings at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Why?
No, let me respond. First of all, I would like to say a word to the camera. Men, oh yeah. Because in this era, bro, nobody is actually speaking up for the men. As in, they go on air, they go everywhere, just murder the man character anywhere. See, let me tell you, I for one, I also want to be the husband of the Folon Rochelle and Lakija.
Really?
I want to be the husband of the Okonjo Iweala. I want to be the husband to Ibunkule and Woshika. I want to be, bro, and I am ready to support my woman to be anything that she wants to be. So, don't think men are scared of women becoming whatever they want to become.
Or define what they want.
I said most men, not all.
Let me tell you.
You're speaking for yourself, and I'll tell you why I said though.
I'm sorry, I'm coming.
Okay, that's fine.
See, first of all, you've got to understand that woman and man are not the same. They can never be the same. Not in anything. So when we understand this from the onset, from the foundation, we will not have problem with the roofing.
Even in the biology.
Biology.
We are not the same.
I'm not even arguing about right now. Don't miss, like, I'm not arguing about if we are the same, because obviously we are not the same.
Dive into
hold
the
on.
question.
In as much as even biologically we don't have, okay, yeah, I have two eyes, you have two eyes, one nose, one mouth, two ears, everything. But when it comes to some part of the body, it's not the same, right? Even though majority of the body parts is same, because you have eyes, I got eyes, two eyes, you got two legs, I got two legs, two hands, one stomach. Same thing with you. So there's this sensitive part of the body, right? It's not the same, right? Now, if God made it that way, because it's possible that if He wants to so make it so distinct, He should have given you as a man 3 eyes, but you got 2 eyes with me. There are things that are similar with we both, like both genders, and you cannot dispute that.
Okay, so let's bring it out back.
Now,
let's bring it back to the relationship frame, so we don't walk away from it.
No, I'm just trying to, like,
what I meant.
connect.
Yeah, what I meant by that
Something.
question is, do we have the same rights?
We
Okay,
can never
no,
have the
come
same
and see.
right.
In other
But
words,
a
it
woman
means
and a man
it
can
means
never have
it
the
means.
same right in a relationship.
Let me get done with that question. Let me explain it better.
want to
Now,
say
yes,
when
I
I
want
mean
to
in a
protect
relationship,
that.
now I'm saying,
I'll protest it.
do we have the same rights in a way where, as a lady, I probably might have to call my guy and let him know when I'm going out or not, and at what time, and probably the location to which I'm going to. I have to ask.
That's your guy.
Now, yes,
Your
as a
fellow
lady,
guy.
but on the guy's end,
Yeah.
is it mandatory that you also take permission from your lady before you go out or do some certain things?
Oh, okay. I got
Now, that's what I meant with that question. So, do we have the same edges? Do we have the same rights in the relationship?
Now, what you just said, bro, as a man and as a woman, let me even tell you, you going to pay a woman's bride price does not mean or does not confirm you own her in entire.
That's not proof of, that's not ownership.
That's
Thank
not
you.
ownership. Nobody owns anybody.
Thank
Let's
you for
have that
that.
clear. Nobody owns anybody. You understand? The reason why you see a husband picking up a knife to stab a wife
Or
today,
probably beating
or probably beat up a
molesting.
wife, because he feels that he owns the woman.
Thinks he has the right
No,
of ownership.
Thank
you
you.
don't. Nobody owns anybody. Do you understand? However, we are not the same. You understand? We are not the same, because as a man is wired in so many ways. Like, okay, like what you said, now I have to be somewhere. Today you gave me a certain time to be here, and I go here around that time. But we don't get other shoot has to happen before this
before us,
particular time. You understand? And somebody or my partner, my girlfriend can be calling me and say, babe, I'm still at that place. So
Yeah.
we're still shooting. I'm still at that place. I don't know if you understand. For a woman, I believe it should be the same. I don't see anything like, except when you finally get into marriage, that, you know that you have to go home and prepare food and let food be in the house so that when the man comes or when the children comes, there will be food to eat.
So you feel in dating there's equality in accountability?
In terms of accountability, which of the accountability? Because you know why? Life varies, my brother.
Now, for instance,
Life varies. Not be the way I take handle section E. Not be so you go take handle section E. So I don't even, at some point, I don't have the right to advise you on some things, because we are different people.
in the relationship
In the
phase.
relationship.
That is where I talked about defining now.
You understand?
Way I'm seeing
I don't have
boys
the
and-
right to even advise you on something, because no matter what I tell you, the way I would handle an insult from my girlfriend is not the way you would handle an insult from your girlfriend. You understand? You might be the type that will just stay calm and listen to her say all the rubbish, then you walk away. I might be the type that is short-tempered. Before she say anything, I don't give her slap. Do you understand? No matter what anybody tell me, no matter which advice they don't give me, you understand? So I think we should not, when you have an ideal man in your head as a woman, that this is my ideal man, and you come across a man that is not in that category at all, then you start having problem, because you have been pre-programmed to think that your man is supposed to be like this. Bro, that's where problem starts. And as a man, you already have a program and a program ideal woman in your head that when you come across the person and the person is not your eye, you start saying, I'm not sure this marriage will work. I'm not sure this relationship will work.
All right.
See, we are human beings. The basic thing we should do, even change is constant in us. I can be good today, tomorrow I'll turn a bad person. I can be a bad nigga today, tomorrow I'll be a good guy. You understand? So the thing I believe we should look at for, or we should think of, or we should be, it's how to be able to tolerate one another. While tolerating, also spell out your like and dislike. It's important.
All right. Thank you. Let me bring you to a question just before.
Okay, please, I'm very sorry. I think that we have limited time, but I just want to say just a little thing,
Okay,
please.
you have the space of 1 minute.
Just so, but in as much as we're going to talk about tolerance, right? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't, like, for example, I cannot marry a man who is so hot-tempered. I'm sorry. I don't care about tolerance. It's just me. There's somebody who doesn't get angry, but a man who's going to be hot-tempered to destroy things, like throw things, I'm sorry, I can't. That's my, yes, I can't. I don't care, like, if, trying to program, the kind of person. It's not about that. It's just for my own sanity. Because sometimes you look at your mental health before going into something. In as much as you feel like you can tolerate and adapt to that thing, also consider your own self, because in the process of tolerance, there are so many people, both men and women, because I'm not going to be biased, that have lost their sanity, their peace, and then they don't even know themselves anymore. They've lost themselves in trying to tolerate some certain things.
All right, thank you. Mr. Uyi, let me dive to my next question, and then we can really talk on that. My next question is, currently in relationship, like we all know, because you definitely can compare the relationship of this era to the relationship of back in our parents' times and back in those days. I feel it was purer and then with more pure motive then than it is now. Now, my question goes thus: is it mandatory as a guy in a relationship with a lady to sort some of her financial needs or be responsible for her financial needs and wants?
Okay, is it what? Is
it mandatory
for
a guy to be financially responsible for his lady or his girl's financial needs?
Okay, I think you're talking about
because in the current age where we are, we're in an era where ladies just go into relationship because of the finances the guy can offer.
Yeah, with a scale of preference.
Yes. So
if you cannot do this,
yes, if you can't do this, if you can't do this. So is it mandatory?
Okay.
Is it mandatory that a guy definitely must, have some financial assistance or financial responsibilities to a lady? Is it mandatory?
Okay, I think I should.
Okay,
I should.
start first. Okay,
we had some people coming up on some podcast that day saying, if you cannot give me 20 million, if you cannot do this, if you cannot do this, you cannot do that. See, let our society not be corrupt with some kind of
wrong ideologies.
Wrong ideologies. You understand? I, for one, my daughter, my girl child, I'm going to train my child in the manner which she doesn't have to need anything from.
But on the other end, if you most ladies who are self-sufficient sometimes are tamed trying to fill the masculine space, and a lot of men feel very insecure when they meet ladies who are very sufficient for themselves and have no need of any sort.
There are boundaries, you understand? I, for one, I think when I'm in love with a girl, I think I will equally do everything for her to make her happy.
Not under compulsion,
but you don't put
willingly.
It on me. You don't put it on me that it's my duty to give you what your father could not give you. No.
Now, don't forget, we're not talking about marriage this time. We're talking about relationships and dating.
Yes. If I'm enabled, if I have the money, why not? I want to have a dinner in Sky with my girl, bro. I want to go to Santorini with my girl, bro. You know? But even if I have the money and I am not in that space of mind yet, it is not your duty as my girlfriend to be putting it on me that, baby, look at my friends are going this one, going this one. Let us come and go this one. I don't know if you understand.
Perfect.
So I will support my girl in every way I can. But don't put it on me. You cannot put it on me.
All right, let's hear from Pamela. Pamela,
Okay.
what's your perspective on that?
You said something from when I talked about cheating, and then you said something that when a man provides, when a man doesn't provide for the family, like you stopped financially, you said something like that.
Yeah.
That's when you say it's cheating, that a man doesn't cheat. And now you're saying that you would train your girl child to be
self-sufficient.
self-sufficient in the sense that she won't have a need to ask her man for anything. Now, if you really want to talk about that we women and men are not equal, right? You're talking about inequality. We are not equal. I think when a woman feels like it is a man's duty to sort out bills, you shouldn't have a problem about it. Because if you feel like a woman should be the one taking care of the house, and
Now,
or
don't
taking
forget,
hold of
we're not talking in the
about
marriage frame. We're talking
But
about
if
the
you feel
relationship
like
and dating
yes,
frame.
even while dating, if you feel that it is the role of your girlfriend to take care of you, let me put you, because you don't have a child yet, it's just a relationship, in the sense that she has to cook, clean your house, maybe one time she visited or whatever it is, right? Why do you feel like when a woman feels like you as a man should be responsible for her finance, she's demanding so much? Hold on, I'm saying something weird. Now, in as much, that is why I'm always talking about defining, and I will keep saying what I have to say. Now, we are in this our generation, we have quite a lot of girls that are doing business and working for themselves, that really don't depend solely on a man, unlike our mothers then that had to wait for our father to virtually do everything, and that's why at some point they had no life of their own.
That's not true, though.
Hold on, I said what I said.
That's not absolutely.
And I will say why I said what I said. Not like they don't have, but it was solely on taking care of us and everything. But now, there are quite a lot of women working, doing business, making their money. So right now, some guys believe in the 50-50 thing, and some people would tell you that doesn't work. Fine. Now, if you as a man, right, it's not under compulsion or whatever it is, like you must.
Can you do it
like
to
you
wrap
said.
up, please?
But what I'm saying is, if you are talking about you don't want, like you are trying to define a woman's role, then I feel like when a woman tries to define your role to say you are solely, you are supposed to be financially responsible there, it shouldn't be a problem. It should never be a problem.
So you feel it's mandatory?
I feel like
it should be mandatory.
If you are dating a girl, right? You are not her dad. She's not your mom. So put it in it like that. She's not your mom. She's a girlfriend. You're a boyfriend. Okay, there are limits to things you can do. So likewise, there's a limit to things she can do. So whatever it is, I feel like the heart should be open. That's why I always talk about relationship. Because if your heart is open, I don't see any problem with a man taking care of financial responsibility. We shouldn't even sit down to start talking on how to do or whatever it is to do. Just like I don't even have a problem taking care of my man. I could go out there, get my man a gift, and maybe if there's something that is not in the house, I could buy stuff for you without even you asking.
All right, thank you, Pamela. I'm sorry to cut you there.
Just do
it
things
on your
willingly
own
without us going into so much argument.
All right, thank you, Pamela. It's been an amazing gist so far, and definitely We'll have a part 2 of this gist, but for now, we would love to wrap up, and I hope you stay tuned for the next episode of the gist on relationship with King Jason. Once again, do not forget you can air your opinion on the comment section. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube at Hood TV Abuja, and also follow on Instagram at the gist with KJ on Instagram. I hope to see you online, and I hope to see your comments and your perspectives on this discussion. Do not forget, we have more and more amazing episodes coming up on the gist with King Jason, and mostly on the topic relationship and dating in this era. Once again, thank you all for joining in. It's great having you on the screen, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Thank you.